Hello everyone, this is Caleb from Cosmic Hat Games with another Duels of Fortune character showcase. Today's showcase will be fueled by raw hatred, as we'll be talking about the gameplay of the shadowy shape-shifting parasite, Blackheart. Blackheart is a tricky mix-up character, using his gelatinous body to deceive his opponents with ambiguous attacks and slippery movement. He aims to crack his opponent's defenses not with overwhelming speed or raw power, but through trickery, forcing the opponent into scary situations where they have to either guess correctly or be banished to the Shadow Realm. First off, let's talk dashes. Blackheart has some unique properties to his dashes that can help give him an edge in his approach game. Blackheart's grounded dashes have him morph into his blob form, giving him a low profile that lets him dodge certain attacks and projectiles. And Blackheart's aerial dashes have him rise while moving forward, making his movement slightly trickier to deal with. These unique dashes can be a simple but effective way to trip up your opponents and help close the gap to get yourself in range for Blackheart's real mix-ups. Now then, without further ado, let's slide on over to take a look at Blackheart's command normals. Blackheart's back heavy is surprise! Blackheart stabs forward with a knife hand, launching the opponent into the air. While not jump cancelable, it is relatively easy to follow up the launching hit with one of Blackheart's other moves. Blackheart's jumping down heavy is head over heels. Blackheart performs a flip kick, which spikes the opponent into the ground and causes a hard knockdown. This naturally makes it an ideal combo ender, allowing you to potentially keep the pressure up afterward. And while not necessarily a command normal, Blackheart's crouching medium has a special property where you can change where the spike appears from by holding forward or backward. This also changes the launch angle, giving you plenty of options with how to use it in combos, or you can just use it to poke the opponent from afar. All's fair in love and war, and Blackheart knows that all too well. Let's take a peek into his devious special moves. Blackheart's neutral special is Gelatinous Shadow. Blackheart throws out a blob of shadowy goop, which he'll then teleport to and perform an overhead kick. By holding down after starting the move, you can perform Low Blow, in which Blackheart will fake out his kick and instead perform a sliding low attack, giving this move a built-in mix-up. If that wasn't enough, you can also hold down the special button to forego the teleportation entirely and turn the blob into a simple projectile. Tricked ya! This move not only creates one of Blackheart's most ambiguous mix-ups, but it also has tons of utility in combos, letting him move himself a notable distance forward and also causing a floor bounce with the overhead version. It's an all-important tool in Blackheart's arsenal. Blackheart's back special is Trick Punch. Blackheart flips backward before lunging forward with a single fiery punch. You can hold down the special button for a fake out, in which Blackheart will do the backflip, but not the punch. Unlike a normal backdash, the backflip is completely invincible for most of its duration, allowing it to be used as a potential escape tool, and is a very effective tool for dodging singular close-range hits. The lunging punch travels a very significant distance, and is jump cancelable, making this move one of Blackheart's best ways to start air combos. You can also perform this move in the air, which skips the backflip entirely and just does a lunging punch on its own. Because of this though, it's a bit weaker than the ground version, but it's still very useful in its own right. Blackheart's down special is Violent Kicks. Blackheart rises up into the air with a kick, then performs a follow-up kick at the peak of his jump. For once, there's no trickery going on with this move. It's a fairly straightforward anti-air style attack. The move is usable in the air, and the two hits will always combo into each other, so it can make for a great combo tool. Sometimes the simplest path to victory is the best. And Blackheart's jumping special is Negative Fire. Blackheart shoots a barrage of purple flames from his hands, angled downward. Holding down the special button allows you to delay the attack indefinitely, letting you mix up the timing or simply fake out the move entirely by hitting the ground. The final hit of the barrage will pop the opponent into the air, giving you an opportunity to follow up quickly with an air normal or by canceling the final hit into an air dash. The aggressive angle of the projectiles can make this a useful tool for approaching from the air, and the pop-up of the final hit means you can capitalize on a successful hit, or even use it as a combo extender. And finally, darkness consumes the battlefield, as we show off Blackheart's supers. Blackheart's primary super is Till Death Do Us Part. Blackheart charges forward and grabs the opponent before hitting them with a volley of strikes, ending with a big fiery punch. Really trying to one-up Clyde here, aren't we? Being a rushing command grab, this super would be scary enough on its own, but it has another aspect that makes it even more terrifying. Pressing up at any point during the super will make Blackheart perform an alternate version of the super called Love Bomb. He jumps up and grabs the opponent out of the air, slamming them into the ground and creating a fiery explosion right in their face. When Blackheart uses this super, nowhere is safe, and the opponent will have to make a prediction or use some tricks of their own to get out with their life. And Blackheart's down super is Heartbreaker. Blackheart creates a heart-shaped orb of negative energy above the opponent, which begins spewing projectiles at them. These projectiles leave smoke clouds when they hit, which means that even when the opponent blocks them, Blackheart has the opportunity to go in and practically be invisible while doing whatever mix-up he wants. It's a deadly situation to be in. However, be aware that if Blackheart is hit, the heart and all the projectiles it creates will completely vanish. So make sure the opponent isn't able to challenge whatever mix-up you attempt to do. Make use of Blackheart's variable attacks and tricky movement to maneuver around your opponent's attacks and force them into unfavorable positions. Get inside their head and crack their defenses with all sorts of evil mix-ups, and show them that darkness reigns supreme. Blackheart can be an extremely difficult character to deal with, especially if you don't know what he's capable of, but he definitely isn't impossible to fight back against. But Blackheart is great at winning the neutral game. He on average has to do it more times throughout a single match, as his damage output is a bit lower than most other characters. Still, don't underestimate him on that fact alone. If you do, you'll come to learn the hard way just how scary this blob can really be. And that's all for today's showcase. If you like what you see, why not give us a follow on Twitter or join the Discord community to keep up with the game's development. Links are in the video description. We hope you look forward to the open beta release of Duels of Fortune, and to more showcase videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching.